You just dropped $70,000 on a brand new full-size pickup truck. It's got heated seats, remote start, hands-free highway driving, and that fancy infotainment screen. The salesman smiled and said, "Everything's included." He lied to you. What they don't tell you is this: you didn't buy a truck. You bought a rolling subscription service with wheels. Welcome to the new reality of 2025 and 2026 pickups from Ford, GM, and Ram. The hardware is already bolted in. The cameras, sensors, heaters, and computers are all there from the factory. But more and more of it is deliberately locked behind software paywalls. Stop paying the monthly fee and those features go dark, even though you already paid for the truck. Let me show you how deep this trap goes. Start with the basics. You climb into your new F-150 on a freezing morning. You hit the remote start on your key fob. Nothing. Because the full remote start functionality, including preconditioning the cabin and heated seats through the app, now requires an active Ford Pass subscription after the short trial period. Same story with certain GM trucks and Ram models. The app that used to just work now demands recurring payment for features that were standard for decades. Then there's the big one: hands-free driving. Ford's BlueCruise on your new F-150 gives you that relaxing highway autopilot for the first year or so. After that, $49.99 a month or $495 a year. Want the longer-term peace of mind? They'll let you buy a 7-year one-time option at purchase for around $2,495, but only on certain trims and only if you pay up front. GM's Super Cruise on Silverado and Sierra trucks, often included for the first 3 years. Then it jumps to roughly $40 a month. That's over $1,400 every 3 years just to keep using the hands-free system that's already built into your $65,000 plus truck. And the industry isn't stopping here. Insiders admit they're quietly planning to move even more core functions behind subscriptions. Advanced navigation that actually works without your phone, certain towing assists, power management features, even heated steering wheels and mirrors in some configurations. The truck you think you own is slowly turning into software as a service on 4 wheels. Here's where it gets infuriating. You already paid tens of thousands extra for the loaded trim. The heated and ventilated seats are physically in the truck. The cameras for 360-degree views are installed. The radar and LiDAR sensors for driver assists are right there. Yet the manufacturer can flip a switch in their server, and those features stop working unless you keep feeding the money every month. This isn't a bug. It's the business model. The real villains are the automakers' executive teams and their finance departments. They watch tech companies like Apple and Netflix print money with recurring revenue and decided trucks should work the same way. One-time sale? That's old school. Now they want lifetime revenue from every vehicle they sell. They benefit when you stay locked in. They benefit when features expire. They benefit when you're forced to renew just to keep using what you thought you bought. Dealers play along too. They push these loaded trucks hard because the subscription kickbacks and future service revenue look great on paper. Meanwhile, the average truck buyer has no clue until the trial ends and the angry emails start rolling in. Picture this scenario. You're 2 years into ownership. Your BlueCruise trial is over. You're on a long highway haul with your family. The system suddenly disables because the subscription lapsed. The dash lights up with a paywall message. You're tired, it's raining, and now you're back to old-school driving while the $2,000 worth of hardware sits useless in your dashboard. That's not innovation. That's extortion with extra steps. This is insane. You paid for the truck. You should own the truck, all of it. But there's a way out. I call it the pre-subscription loophole. Smart truck owners are already using it to avoid the trap entirely. It's simple, legal, and puts you back in control. Here's exactly how it works, step by step. First, when you're shopping for a new or lightly used 2020 to 2024 truck, hunt for models with the physical hardware you want, but without the heavy software dependency baked in from the start. Look for base or mid-trim trucks from before the subscription creep got aggressive. Many 2020 to 2023 F-150s, Silverados, and Rams still give you full remote start, heated seats, and basic driver assist without ongoing fees. Second, if you're stuck with a newer truck that already has subscriptions, immediately document every trial period and feature. Take screenshots of the sales contract and window sticker that listed those features as standard or included. This creates a paper trail if you ever need to push back. Third, reject the renewals. Use your phone's built-in navigation and hotspot instead of paying for the truck's version. For remote start and cabin control, aftermarket solutions like third-party remote start modules or smartphone apps that don't require manufacturer servers often work cheaper and without monthly fees. Fourth, and this is the big one for long-term freedom, consider buying a clean, low-mileage pre-2025 truck that mechanics call analog enough. These trucks still have the tough mechanicals, but avoid the worst of the digital locks. Inventory on these is drying up fast because smart buyers are hoarding them. Fifth, when negotiating any new truck purchase today, push hard for the longest possible prepaid subscription bundle or the one-time purchase option at the lowest price. Walk away if they won't deal. The dealer has more wiggle room than they admit. Owners who follow this loophole aren't just saving money. They're keeping real ownership. They're the ones who actually control their vehicle instead of renting features from the factory. The people already ahead of the game? Independent mechanics, fleet owners, and longtime truck guys who saw this coming years ago. They're laughing while everyone else gets nickeled and dimed into frustration. You now know the hidden truth the dealerships and corporate offices don't want you spreading. But here's the next dirty secret they're even more desperate to hide: what they're doing to your truck's diagnostic systems and repair access. The same companies locking your heated seats are also making it harder and more expensive for independent shops to even read the codes when something breaks. If you want to stay ahead of that nightmare too, check out my next video, Why Independent Mechanics Are Refusing to Work on 2026 Trucks. Drop a comment below. Have you already been hit with a surprise subscription fee on your truck? Which brand tried to charge you first? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Drive safe while you still fully own what's under your hood.